Well, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes the truth is even stranger than fiction. And in this case, you really cannot make this stuff up. The dumpster fire of all dumpster fires, Twitter. Let's just read the headline. Let's get straight into it. We're on Bloomberg here. Quote, Musk, as in Elon Musk, claims Twitter ordered whistleblower to destroy evidence. One more time. Musk claims Twitter ordered whistleblower to, keywords, destroy evidence. Ordered to destroy evidence. Let's read on. This is gonna be good. Oh, by the way, guys, before we jump into this, just a quick reminder. It'd be awesome if you guys join Patreon. 170 plus exclusive videos, plus my Tesla price targets. Trying to save up some money to move out of my mum's basement. Really helpful if you could all chip in. I'm just kidding. I've never moved out of my mum's basement. I love it here. Seriously though, you are missing out if you're not on Patreon. Click the card in the corner or the link in the pinned comment to join. I'll see you over there. Zatko, the whistleblower, said to burn notebooks to get $7.8 million severance. Allegations revealed after Musk revived Twitter buyout. Just before Elon Musk revived his proposal to buy Twitter last week, the billionaire accused the company of ordering a whistleblower to destroy evidence of its missteps as part of a $7.8 million severance package. Seriously, this is some juicy stuff. Of course, at this point, these are just allegations. We'll discover soon whether or not they're credible at all. But I just do want to ask a question. If it turns out these allegations are credible, in fact, this is a description of the reality of what took place, what could this tell us about the culture and the mindset and the values of the people making the decisions at Twitter? Is there anything we could possibly deduce or infer? This may inspire some hypotheses about the kind of behavior that these folks may or may not be willing to engage in. Maybe something to consider. Just like you meet a new girl out, things are going great, you start chatting, hey, tell us about your past relationships. It's like, oh, all my ex-boyfriends are assholes, so I cheated on them all. Such comments will definitely give absolutely no possible indication of future behavior from this woman. Peter Zatko, Twitter's ex-head of security, said he burned 10 handwritten notebooks and deleted 100 computer files at the behest of company managers as part of his separation agreement. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. What a dumpster fire of a company. According to October 3 court filings that were unsealed Monday, the books contain notes of the whistleblower's meetings with company counterparts during his year-long tenure as security chief, the filings show. Zatko has been the center of Musk's arguments that Twitter misled him about a raft of operational problems at the social media platform, aka the dumpster fire of dumpster fires. The billionaire then reversed course last week and agreed to buy the company for the original $54.20 per share price. By the way, if you guys don't know, I did actually post a video speculating as to why the immediate willingness to close this deal at the original price from Elon on Patreon. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I have a very strong hunch. Twitter's attempt to buy Mr. Zatko's silence failed, but Twitter achieved its secondary aim of ensuring Mr. Zatko's corroborating evidence would never come to light, end quote, Musk's lawyers said in the unsealed filing. Sometimes, even if getting caught red-handed destroying evidence is not a good look, the cost of the evidence being found could be so much greater than the potential legal implications of being clearly implicated in destruction of evidence that a company might decide, you know what, yeah, let's just destroy that evidence. Consequences of that being discovered would be a lot worse than the consequences of people knowing we destroyed evidence. Think about that for a moment. Twitter didn't immediately respond to a request for comment on the filing. I find it extremely unlikely they will comment on this matter at all, ever. Which is part of the Twitter lawsuit to force Musk to consummate the buyout that has since been paused. Delaware Chancery Judge Kathleen McCormick put the case on hold and set an October 28th deadline for Musk and Twitter to complete the deal. Musk's lawyers are asking McCormick to sanction Twitter's attorneys for ordering the destruction of potential evidence in the case. I know I'm kind of laboring the point, but it's so fucking unbelievable that I just can't believe it. I have to keep saying it until I actually think this actually happened. It's just impossibly ridiculous. Zatko created a stir in Washington when he testified to the Senate Judiciary Committee last month that Twitter's lax approach to computer security threatened US national security. Hello? Twitter has said it fired Zatko in January for poor performance and said he gave, quote, a false narrative about Twitter and our privacy and data security practices that is riddled with inconsistencies and inaccuracies and lacks important context. You know what that sounds like to me? Yeah, exactly. I'm sure 42 of Twitter's best legal experts sat in a room for 2 weeks to come up with that statement. I'm just kidding. They were too busy figuring out which accounts to ban and delete and what information to flag as misinformation, who to shadow ban, the usual. Zatko contends he warned Twitter... Sorry, every time I see Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal, I just always have to mention that he's currently Twitter CEO, not for long. About serious computer security issues and privacy concerns tied to the social media platform's operations that amounted to violations of settlements the company reached with government regulators. That's pretty minor. Violating settlements with government regulators relating to security issues. Not a big deal, is it? Why would this guy waste his time blowing the whistle? He also said his Twitter colleagues showed little interest in doing work. Oh, sorry, I misread. Although that's probably also true. Showed little interest in doing a deep dive into the issue of how many spam and robot accounts were included among the company's more than 230 million users. Of course, they have much more important things to be doing, like shadow banning and fact-checking and censoring and making sure the latest emojis for the latest current thing that everyone currently supports is available for people to show their support about the current thing. Musk's lawyers accused... Sorry, Twitter lawyer, just thinking about having a cry on a Zoom meeting. Not going there. If you know, you know, and if you don't, well, I won't explain it. Musk's lawyers accused Twitter's top 2 lawyers and their chief privacy officer, along with Parag Agrawal, the current CEO, of seeking to cover up the violations of the legal settlements by ordering Zatko to destroy his documents. Top 2 lawyers, chief privacy officer, and Parag Agrawal. Apparently, allegedly, according to Zatko, sought to cover up violations of the legal settlements by having Zatko destroy documents that had evidence of violations of the settlements. I mean, seriously, is this real life? The document destruction order deprived Musk's legal team of, quote, critical corroborating evidence of Mr. Zatko's allegations, which would support his account of key meetings and conversations relevant to this case. Meanwhile, Twitter complained in its own unsealed filing that Musk's top aide showed up to his September 21st pre-trial deposition in the case unprepared to answer questions about a host of issues related to the transaction. So, just for the record here, Musk lawyer complaining that they've uncovered evidence that very senior people at Twitter, including the CEO himself, attempted to cover up violations of settlements by destroying evidence. And Twitter, on their end, just to balance things out, complaining that somebody from Elon's team showed up and was not thoroughly prepared. Just wanted to point that out. Throughout the deposition, Birchall, the member of Elon's team, unequivocally conceded both his lack of knowledge and his lack of preparation on topic after topic. That was a quote from Twitter's legal team in the filing. Birchall runs Musk's family office and was deeply involved in the negotiations over the buyout of the social media platform. Twitter's lawyers say Birchall had little or no information about his communications with government regulators about the deal. Little to no information about communications versus little to no evidence about violations. Again, just wanted to point that out for a little bit of contrast. The hiring of data scientists to review the number of spam or robot accounts embedded in Twitter's customer base, or the Musk side efforts to retrieve relevant messages about the transaction. A spokesman for Musk's lawyers didn't immediately respond Monday to a request for comment about Twitter's complaints about Birchall's deposition. Oh, breathe. Alright, so you just cannot make this up. The dumpster fire of all dumpster fires. There's no other way to describe this dumpster fire of all dumpster fires. I just thought this was far too hilarious and fantastical, yet it's actually true. This is a real article on Bloomberg, it's not a G-up, that I had to share. I mean, of course, my hypothesis that Twitter is going to accept Elon's original offer to close the deal at the last possible moment before trial, and in the meantime is definitely not destroying evidence as fast as possible. They didn't buy themselves time to destroy evidence because, I mean, why would Twitter want to buy time to destroy evidence? The delay in the case and the reason that Twitter is not currently accepting Elon's original offer, despite them having sued him and this being brought out because of the trial to force Elon to buy at the original offer price. Isn't that a bit weird? Elon says, hey, here's an offer, and Twitter says, f off. And they said, oh, actually, no, we changed our mind. Yes, please buy. And he said, oh, hang on, let me check those bots out. And Twitter said, no, motherfucker, we're suing you. You need to buy this because it's in the best interest of our shareholders. Elon's like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll buy it. And then Twitter's like, no, you're not buying it yet. Why is it that there would be a delay at this point in time in the remaining days before this deal needs to close? Why would Twitter not have already accepted the deal? After all, they sued Elon to make him buy Twitter. And he said, okay, I'll buy Twitter. And now they're saying, oh, hang on, not so fast, buddy. Not so fast there. Not so fast. So if anyone has any ideas for why there would be a delay, why Twitter is currently not accepting Elon's offer, even though taking him to court, try and force him to follow through with his offer? Because obviously they're not destroying evidence. So I'd just love to know what they are doing right now. And the reason I say they're definitely not destroying any evidence, and the reason I've been saying that for weeks, is because I just couldn't imagine they'd do that. And now we have proof here today that they definitely wouldn't do that, because these are definitely not credible allegations. about Twitter, including Parag Agrawal, being implicated in the intentional destruction of evidence in the past, and therefore there's nothing to worry about here whatsoever. And that's where I'm going to leave this video. And don't forget, if you're not on Patreon, you really are missing out. Click the card in the corner or the link at the pinned comment to join. 172, 173, maybe 174 by the time you watch this, exclusive videos and counting. Loads of juicy stuff dropping, a lot of it way too spicy for YouTube. Check the card in the corner or the link at the pinned comment. See you guys over there. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel and instantly unlock over 100 exclusive videos, plus my 10-year Tesla stock price targets and loads of other perks, including optional access to my Tesla valuation model, join our growing community of thousands of supporters on Patreon with the link in the pinned comment. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. And if you're still watching, you're awesome. Please let me know your thoughts on today's video in the comments below and click the card on screen now to watch the next video.